What's up, all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Mark with the Bettor Mark, and we're going to break down the Tuesday, March 12th college basketball slate. Keep this one short and sweet. Kind of going to get just a few plays in the games tonight, but I'm going to break down a little bit what's going on with a very profitable angle that I'm going to present to you guys, as well as recap yesterday's plays. But first, let's get into the channel giveaway. Make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Smash that like button as well. It really does help us here on YouTube, especially you guys being part of the channel, and that's why we're doing this, because we just crossed over 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to you guys. Can't do it without you all. And this is where we're going to be doing our Fanatics jersey giveaway. Make sure you guys all follow me on YouTube, subscribe down below, totally free, as well as going and clicking that pinned comment where there's a link where you can go over to X and then follow me on that platform as well. And then share this pinned comment with 3 of your friends to get into a jersey giveaway of your choice within reason from Fanatics.com. So I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to give back to the channel. And let's get into a recap of yesterday's plays. This is when we went 5. We had 5 best bets out there on the college basketball slate and ended up having a kind of unfortunate ending to the night. Stayed up late watching that Montana game. And if you guys see a bad beat, that is a bad beat. 5 seconds left. I think it was Portland State they were playing. Portland State comes down the court. Game's completely out of reach. 9-point margin. And Hoyce from deep, at least 10 feet behind the three-point line, and ending up basically covering the people that had Portland State with the points, because he drained that three and essentially making my tickets toilet paper for -6.5 Montana, despite them winning and being up by 9 with 5 seconds left. But hey, nature of the beast. It happens within college basketball. And then I'm going to tell you guys why I'm doing what I'm doing within the conference tournaments here a little shortly. But then we had Northern Kentucky was also a moneyline loss. They had a huge advantage early on in the game. They were up double digits throughout most of that contest. James Madison covering with ease. Cleveland State covering with ease. And Charlotte, another bad beat, ended up only winning by 5. Missed free throw in that final minute. Winning by 5, and I had Charlotte -5.5. So not able to cover in that regard, but we also gave out that bonus moneyline parlay yesterday where we had the likes of Charlotte, James Madison, I'm sorry, not Charlotte, Charleston, forgive me, Charleston, James Madison, and Montana, which I was able to get around +140 on that number within taking money lines in a 3-team parlay. So ending up providing a lot of value, and if we would have got Montana to come home and going 3-2, we would have cashed and came out in a huge, huge way last night, okay? And we're going to kind of go back to the well. I'm going to kind of repeat this, and we're going to go and see if we're going to ride it till it bucks, okay? I don't really like the card. There's not a lot of games that are jumping out on the page of me. I can briefly go down the rundown and tell you guys exactly how I feel about some of them. We can get into briefly the Oklahoma State UCF game. This is one where I would lean towards the points with Oklahoma State, just in a lean. Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. I really do like the Irish beating Georgia Tech, I think, twice on the regular season. One where you could take Notre Dame at home. Being the home team really doesn't matter, but on that money line, that's one contest that I'll be looking into as well. Possibly a little closer, see where the money plays out. Louisville, NC State, no big play in that one, but one where we're getting into 2 games that I love. Okay, I love these spots for these teams. I don't necessarily love the spreads. So we're going to go back to the well, and we're going to do exactly what we did yesterday, okay, as well as I have an official play within just taking a straight spread. So let's get down into it, okay? So first, let's get out to the official play. This is where we're going to look at the FIU Golden Panthers traveling on the road to take on Jacksonville State Gamecocks, and I really like the Gamecocks in this one, okay? -3.5. This is one where you can find that out there. The number's creeping up to 4, so if you do like this play, get on it before it moves a little bit too much. But we look at some of the numbers behind this, okay? This is one where Jacksonville State, we've seen this during football season. They're new to Conference USA, okay? So we've seen it where they come up in a lot of big spots within football, really shocking the world against the spread. But despite having a losing record, they have a much better team that they have in the second half. Kind of started off slow. And this is one where you see FIU on the road. Not a good road team. It's something where I think this has blowout potential. It's kind of a sneaky little point spread there that they snuck in for us, seeing Jacksonville as a favorite despite having a 14-17 record. FIU is completely garbage. I look for Jacksonville State possibly to even win in a blowout. So lock it in, -3.5. We're seeing on FanDuel, MGM, as well as Bet Rivers. Okay. Next, this is one where we're going to go back to the well, like I said. Stony Brook, Charleston. This is one where I love Charleston. I love what they have going on. they weren't able to cover that 5.5 last night. But this is one where this has blowout potential. Stony Brook's kind of snuck through a little bit through the tournament bracket. They've played a lot of games in a row, not a lot of rest. And this is where in conference games, and especially in a tournament setting, you can really have the cream shine through to the top. And that's why I like Charleston. We're going to back them here. Minus 7.5. If you can find a 7 out there, some of those 7.5s are juiced up. So if you can get an extra half point, just get that 7 as an insurance. That's a very strong play for me. So that'll be my second official play, as well as Merrimack College. This is one where we look at this game, and one where you're going to see a lot of bets. You're going to see a lot of the bets. You're going to see a lot of the money flowing on Merrimack. Merrimack in the regular season series. I do want to pull up for you guys a little bit on this contest. This is one where, out of a 7.5 point spread, that's where we're looking at the same issue we're having with Charleston, okay? But we're looking at Wagner, a ton of injuries. But also, we look at this head-to-head, 1-1, basically splitting the season series against the spread. But let's look at some of those matchups, okay? So for Wagner, playing Merrimack, it was 60-44. They lost, losing by 16, and also winning 71-65 on the road. I think that's an outlier. I think that's what it comes down to. I know this is a conference setting. I think this is an outlier. I think Merrimack has potential to blow out Wagner, okay, in this stage. So we're going to be locking in that minus 7.5. Like I said, same principles apply. Bet Rivers has a minus 7, so actually I'm going to go on there and take that. But we're seeing 8s pop up on DK, on DraftKings. So having that 8 on DraftKings really makes me want to get this one in quick, because if Bet Rivers drops that 7, we're going to lose some value. So 7s in this one, 7s in Charleston, and as well as taking that 3.5 within Bet Rivers and MGM FanDuel for the Jacksonville State game. But this is where we're going to go back to the bonus. Okay, this is one that's going to help within some of the playoff settings, and we're going to be doing this in March Madness as well once the bracket gets dropped. But we're going to be taking Merrimack and Charleston, 2-team moneyline parlay, mix it up for some value. Should be around minus 130 at the highest, probably minus 125 around that ballpark, and that's where we're going to put them together. And they may not cover the big 7s, but we're going to get them in a moneyline parlay and possibly hit the 7s and the parlay, because I really think these two teams advance and go on to the next round. So those are my official plays. I wanted to break down exactly what was going on within the college basketball world. Guys, remember to hop over to X down below, use my link, and to get into this free giveaway that I'm doing on my Twitter page that we're going to be doing once. It's going to be some short time after Selection Sunday. Also, going to be trying to do a bracket. I'm going to try to get a few things up and running within a Patreon, get you guys involved in a Discord where I can offer the details, put together a free entry for a March Madness giveaway where let you guys do a bracket on my behalf, and then I will give back to you guys in form of some kind of prize or something to be determined. So appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Let's go cash some tickets. Let's hop on that train. Keep the good momentum running, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers.